Hello, everybody. My name is Cesar Pinero, and this is a visual analysis for Bechet's Transcendent Coincidences of Existence. So, back in 2018, my girlfriend and I took a trip to Biloxi, Mississippi, and while we were out there, we discovered the Orr O'Keefe Museum of Art. It's if anybody's familiar with the area, it's just right down the road in Biloxi from the Beau Rivage Hotel, which is one of the big attractions down there. So not too far if we actually travel to that direction. So while we were there, we actually came across Ron Bechet's exhibition of the Transcendent Coincidence of Existence, which is a collection of drawings that he created using charcoal and parchment. And it was a collection of around 13 large drawings in which he drew, trees and vines all twisted together. But the message that he was sending out was basically the message of life. So, with that said, let's get on with the analysis. So, there was some thought put behind the way Bechet displayed his works here in the gallery. Obviously, the walls of the gallery are white, so it really brings out in contrast all the dark colors from the charcoal. So everything is eye popping the moment that you walk in there. He also displayed all of his drawings from left to right, as to display a chronological order of things. So basically, the youngest stuff, anything that's going to be portrayed as youth, the beginning is going to be to the left, and we're going to start panning to the right as we start, going through all the other works that he hung up in the gallery. So in these two drawings, you can tell everything looks a little bit dark, and it looks very, very twisted. But it more looks he's trying to more signify being closed in and cozy, almost like if something's being enclosed or about to be born. Everything's compressed, everything's still wound up, and basically about to really spread out. The next frame to the right, the mass in the middle. That's the vines that are surrounding it. It seems like it's a seed surrounded by vines, but the vines aren't necessarily constricting it, but they're kind of wrapping around it in a more nurturing way, so it doesn't look like it's destructive in any way. I would think that this would be it's trying to signify, you know, caring and nurturing and just getting ready to awaken. So here we see more of the more encompassing, nurturing type of pictures. Again, you can kind of see things, the vines are kind of still wrapped around, the foliage on the ground, almost like things are laying down or being born, that, life is actually happening. Towards the right of it, you can see the vines, they're still springy in a way, but they're kind of like unraveling. They're not as compressed, and so it kind of signifies like, all right, things are about to get unwound, things are about to, things are starting up. It's more like showing the energy of life itself getting ready to go. So this was the massive one. This is straight up in the middle. Basically, this represents the epoch or the zenith of the actual point of life. Everything looks very, very twisted, but this also signifies how all the interactions that we have in life, all the different experiences, how we intertwine with other people. It's just life at its fullest right here. The tree is fully grown, as you can tell. Everything is moving all the lines seem to be directed upward rather than downward. The very bottom of the drawing, yeah, you can see that the roots are set in place and everything's set in stone, and it makes it, just kind of signified strong and steady. In addition, you can see the tree in the back. It looks like it's falling over. It's basically just making way. It's tearing down the old. The old is coming down. The new is here, and it's lively and it's strong and it's moving forward. So Van Bechet wanted to tell the story of life throughout all of the works over here. We're in the part of the gallery right now where everything seems to go into a decline. If you notice, like a lot of the lines now, rather than flowing upward in the previous two pictures, now they're flowing downward. Almost like everything is kind of falling down, that things are weakening. If you look towards the top right, the upper right corner, there's the shape that almost kind of looks like a drooping eyeball. Kind of caught that over there, and it kind of adds to the significance, and it kind of adds to the message, of getting tired or just losing strength. And this was basically the final picture. Everything seems, if you notice, like everything seems very horizontal. There's a lot of lines that are just going across, almost like everything's laying down or just leaning over, like it's completely over. There's no strength left, and to me, I kind of just saw the grim reality of it, and just felt like, well, it's over, and it's just time to just decay, decompose, and just to lay still. Like there's no life. There's a lot of the energy from the previous pictures are gone in this one, and even the strokes. Like the way he drew, like the lines and everything, they don't feel energetic or dynamic at all either. So yeah, I think that's what he was kind of emphasizing this one. It was like, well, this it's over. This is the end of it. Even the top right corner even also looks like, where we had drapes in the other one. This one looks like they just completely laid down. So it's just the end of it, right? Well, I guess this basically concludes my visual analysis. This has been the Transcendent Coincidences of Existence by Ron Bechet. I have to say, this was one of the most interesting pieces that I saw, and it was definitely the highlight of my trip when I was down there in Biloxi, Mississippi. Anybody that has been in the area or is planning on going to the area. Just go to the museum. I don't think the exhibition is there anymore, because again, I saw this exhibition back in 2018. But the rest of the museum is amazing, and I really urge everybody to at least go check it out. And there's a lot of pretty cool stuff over there. But again, thank you for listening to me. This has been a pleasure to exhibit to you guys, and I will see you guys around. Good luck on the rest of your papers.